Welcome to another Wisdom Wednesday. My name is Dr. Kiana Obeng, affectionately known as Dr. Q, and I am the CEO, founder, and the culture strategist for the Culture Academy, LLC. In good old TQA fashion, we have been answering questions from our viewers for the last few Wednesdays. And this Wednesday hits a little different because there's a lot going on in our world. There are a lot of executive orders going forth, and one of them has to deal with diversity, equity, inclusion. And so my question today would be under that heading, and the question is as follows. How do you actively create opportunities for the underrepresented voices in your organization to lead? Once again, how are you actively creating opportunities for the underrepresented voices in your organization to lead? What a great question. First of all, I want to dispel the myth that diversity, equity, and inclusion is not just relative to race. There is different demographics that play into the diversity, equity, and inclusion. So this can look so many different ways in your organization. So just to say a particular ethnic group benefits from diversity, equity, and inclusion is absolutely absurd. But I am going to refrain from sharing anything that could be detrimental to, let me just move forward. How do I make sure that I create opportunities for the underrepresented voices in my organization? I always have been a firm believer of leveraging the expertise in your building. Expertise comes from everyone. Everybody brings something to the table. And so I'm intentional in finding out what are the things, the passions, the skills, the knowledge, the experiences that everyone on my team brings. And I find very intentional and strategic ways to leverage those throughout different parts of moving our organization forward. This could look like doing some sort of strength finders or true colors or some sort of emotional intelligence surveys, along with one-on-one conversations to find out what really makes people happy. Recently, I've had mid-year conversations with my teachers, and I asked them, if this was an ideal world and you had the magic wand, what would you want to do? What would you want your schedule to look like? What would you want to teach? How would you want to impact change here at our school? What would that look like? And so now for the folks that I supervise, I have a bigger picture, not just what they have on paper, not the certificates, not the this, not the that, but really raw information about them and what they aspire to do to ensure that their voices are heard when we make decisions. Oftentimes, teachers, in my respect, get pigeonholed into doing things because they've done it so long, or it's something that they were once passionate about, and that passion starts to fizzle, but because they're so good at it, or they're the go-to person, we kind of pigeonhole them in that spot. And therefore, that can result in them becoming the underrepresented voice. But by having check-ins frequently, one-on-one conversations, smaller groups, committees where the teachers kind of self-select what they want to do, when they're allowed to kind of take on their passion projects, these are all ways to ensure that we're creating opportunities for the underrepresented voices to be heard or to lead. So that's what I do as a leader to ensure that everybody has a seat at the table. If you want to, of course, no forcing here. But one thing that grinds my gears is just having folks feel like their input is not valued, heard, appreciated, celebrated. Not here for it. So how can I get the best information from folks? Talk to them. Not always in a whole group setting, but in a one-on-one setting so you can kind of hear their true heart. Because in whole group settings, oftentimes they're just going to tell you what you think, what they think you want to hear, or what their colleagues want you to hear. But when you really close that door and have those one-on-one conversations, You can make moves that will have lasting impacts on your organization just because you took the time to do a one-on-one check-in and to allow people to self-select what they want to do. So that's what I do as a leader. Now I pose a question to you. Once again, how are you actively creating opportunities for underrepresented voices in your organization to lead? Until next time, guys. Bye.